Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, word to my brethren in Dallas, Texas, and also, word to my brethren that have been to the Philippines, but shout out to the Philippines. Word to my brethren in the Philippines. Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, okay? Errol Spence Jr. Errol Spence Jr. did an interview recently with Sway in the Morning. He lets the people know out there, okay, all you Manny Pacquiao haters, all you people who don't want to still acknowledge Manny Pacquiao as a great fighter and one of the best in the weight class, arguably the best in the weight class, okay? Errol Spence does not understand why in the hell Manny Pacquiao is being overlooked. He don't get it. Errol Spence is the truth, and in this interview, he's told the truth. So I got the quotes here from BoxingScene.com. Shout out to BoxingScene.com. Here's what Errol Spence had to say in regards to Manny Pacquiao being overlooked at the 147-pound weight class. He said, I quote, and this is also in regards to his fight with Jeff Horn. He says, I quote, it does seem like a waste of time, but the fight is big in Australia. Jeff Horn is big in Australia. And I think the stadium that they are fighting in holds 30,000 or something like that. It's a money fight, and I think Jeff Horn is in line next for under the WBO rankings. He then goes on by saying about Manny Pacquiao in the welterweight division. He says, I quote, me personally, I don't know why people are discounting him. I think Manny Pacquiao is still a top 3 fighter in the welterweight division. Even if he is still not the same fighter he was, he is still a fantastic fighter. He's quick, he's fast, he's explosive, he's awkward. I think Manny Pacquiao can beat 95% of these welterweights out there. I don't know why they discount him. I guess they think he's old and he needs to retire. I just think he needs a great fight. I just think he's a great fighter, in my opinion. So there you have it, Errol the Truth Spence, telling the truth to the people out there who think they know boxing, when in reality they don't know shit about boxing because they say things like Manny Pacquiao is afraid of this guy and Manny Pacquiao is afraid of that guy and he won't fight this guy. Look, Manny mother-loving Pacquiao is one of the best pound-for-pound fighters of all time. Of all current active fighters, he has the best resume. All right? He has a resume that in boxing history will never be duplicated. The first 8-division world champion. He's fought Eric Morales. He's fought Barrera. He's fought Cotto. He's fought Mayweather, Margarito, Clottey, Ledwaba. A lot of guys, a lot of fighters that are either world champions or already in the Hall of Fame. So saying Manny Pacquiao is afraid of certain guys, I think is just laughable to me. And with that being said, Errol Spence is right. Manny Pacquiao does beat 95% of the welterweights. There's only a couple welterweights that I feel really give Manny problems, and those guys are Keith Thurman. I think Keith could give Manny some problems. Errol Spence could give Manny some problems, and even though he just lost and people want to write him off and say that he's a bum and he's this and he's that, I think Kell Brook can give Manny Pacquiao a lot of problems. And Manny Pacquiao, because of I guess, I don't know, man. In my opinion, look, Kell Brook, to me, I rated him the number 1 welterweight. I had Pacquiao right there with him at number 2. But now that he's lost, I got to bump Kell Brook down a little bit. And Manny Pacquiao, to me, is the number 1 welterweight. Sometimes I even struggle with Kell Brook and Manny Pacquiao before Kell Brook lost to Errol Spence. I still rated Kell Brook that highly because I thought highly of him as a fighter. I still do, but, with him losing back-to-back fights and losing to Errol Spence, you got to at least bump him below Pacquiao, and then Spence and Thurman, because Thurman is unified. You got to give Thurman that respect. So I got Brook at 4, Pacquiao number 1, Spence 2, and then Thurman 3. Even though Thurman is unified, Thurman lost the Porter fight, in my opinion, and I wasn't impressed with the Danny Garcia fight. So he's got to show me a little more. But with that being said, he's right, man. Manny Pacquiao could be 95% of these welterweights. I think he definitely beats easily 7 of the top 10. And then I would favor him, and with Thurman, I'd favor him with I don't know if I favor him with Spence because Spence is big. I don't know because Spence showed me a little bit in that last fight, so it'd be a little harder for me to give him favor him against Spence, but I would favor him probably against Thurman. So in my opinion, he could be at least 8 of the top 10 welterweights without question. Brook and Spence are really the only ones that I think could give him problems just because of the size and the fact that they do have some skills. Fighting, off the back foot and ripping to the body and counterpunching. So With that being said, yeah, Errol Spence telling the truth, man. Manny Pacquiao is one of the best welterweights out there. Could be 95% of them. And a lot of you guys who say Manny Pacquiao is garbage and he won't fight this guy and that guy, you should be ashamed of yourself, because here we have Errol Spence, a guy that a lot of you people out there, a lot of boxing fans in the YTBC, in the YouTube comment section, on boxing forums, they say, well, Errol Spence is the future of boxing. He's this, he's that, which he is. He's proven himself. But Manny Pacquiao is still Manny Pacquiao, and you guys don't want to give him credit, because he's 39 years old. He's still one of the best out there. Yeah, he's not as fast as he was in 2009, but he might be, believe it or not, sure he doesn't punch as hard as he used to, but he might actually be more dangerous now than he was back in 2009 for the simple fact that he's more defensively responsible. You don't see him lunge in as much. His punch placement has gotten better. His sense of balance and movement has gotten much better. So, yeah, he's not throwing 1,000 punches, and yeah, he's not, knocking dudes out like he did Ricky Hatton with one punch. But because he's more defensively responsible, because he's still laterally, arguably still the quickest fighter in boxing, Manny Pacquiao might be a little more dangerous now than he was in 2009. And that's a scary thing. And he's a hard guy to beat. And you look at what he did last year against Timothy Bradley, beat him more convincingly than ever in the third fight, and then beating Vargas, Jesse Vargas. All those guys are not looked at to be great wins. I view them as great wins because nobody's beat Bradley outside of Pacquiao, and Vargas was coming in with a lot of momentum after he had just stopped Saddam Ali. So you can't take that away from Vargas. And I think Jeff Horn's going to be a tougher fight than most people think. And I think Manny Pacquiao will show once again why he's still one of the best welterweights out there. So Errol Spence, shout out to him. Not only is he a good fighter who has validated himself, but he's also a man of truth. Not just the truth, but a man of truth. So shout out to Errol Spence on giving Pacquiao his just due. Let me know what you guys think. Why is Manny Pacquiao overlooked? What are you rating him on the current landscape of the top welterweights? Or do you even rate him at all? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know why. Take the time to subscribe, and you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from dang it. So until next time, take care, guys.